Good morning. I had to create a new Zoom link, so we'll see. I'm going to post the link here in YouTube if you'd like to join via Zoom. I made a mistake somewhere and didn't get the right Zoom setup, so here we go. But it looks like I'm live on YouTube. If you tune in here, wonderful. Good morning. Let's see, I might go post the Zoom and the Facebook group and Telegram. Well, I will have to do that next time. So we'll stick to here on YouTube. I know some people were trying to get on Telegram or onto Zoom, so I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to get this out to everyone in the easiest way. So it's been a great learning experience. Fun to explore. And I've been having a lot of fun with this. So I appreciate all of you joining in when you can. Okay. I turned down the little echo. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I will work on this technology aspect and figuring out a good way to get the links out to everybody to find this easier. And feedback has been great. I appreciate that. And I also love hearing about your experiences. That's just been touching my heart. That's been so awesome. Okay, so here we go. Today, day 5. Day 5. It's been amazing. And I know I mentioned it yesterday, but I feel like it's been a month. It's been really interesting to go through this process and following your joy, and creating, being in the creative process. And that's actually the topic today. So I'm going to do a little screen share here. And get this into slideshow mode. Okay. All right, good morning. I wanted to begin with where our consciousness begins in this life, or, the formation of our subconscious. We are coming from source, creator, whatever you choose to call it, right? And we're coming into our mother's womb, and we're in a place of, we're still in, everything's taken care of. It's just our focus, right? And then we're birthed into this world, right? And we start individualizing and relating to this world and how to orientate. And that's when our subconscious is learning. It's learning how to orientate with all of the things in this world, to others, situations. And it's where we learn belief systems in our subconscious. And it's also the place of, how we learn how to relate to each other as we get older, up in our formative years. And just bringing this out today on these daily things. I have a little bit of time to just start touching in on these on Sunday Zooms. If you choose to join, it's an hour long, and I go more in depth on things. But I just want to start showing your consciousness, getting into the mindset of realizing when you were born, all of your different experiences that were forming your subconscious. all your programs, all your belief systems, and just recognizing them. Some of us may be aware of some of these belief systems and how we function in the world. And I brought up this, I love this diagram of the iceberg to show the levels of consciousness. I'll refer to a lot in this way. And we've got the unconscious. I'm going to start at the bottom. So the big part of the iceberg, that's the part where all the programs, all the learnings that you go through in your life, like that become automatic. And some of that's reactive too, like we talked about yesterday. A lot of the unconscious is things that you teach your consciousness, like, for example, driving. You are learning in a place of self-conscious, that part above the water. And the more and more you do with all the different repetitions, emotions, and experiences, there's programs and learnings that go into the unconscious. So now that you've been driving for many years, there's sometimes you don't even think about how you got from A to B. You did it unconsciously, automatic. And it's not necessarily bad or good. It just, it's these programs. It's this process. It's just an example. And then you have, so the self-conscious, which is the part above, is your waking state, where you're making your choices. You're getting to say, I want to go from A to B. And that's your place of, making all the choices. I'm just going to touch on that lightly. And then the super conscious, you see the sun in the picture and the sun that's shining through everything. And the super conscious part of you is the all-knowing, the connection to source, creator, God, however you choose to relate that. It is information. It just sees everything. It just sees it all. So you see the lights going through this, the self-conscious and the unconscious. So it sees it all. So I just want to dabble in this so you can get this going in the mind, because I'm going to be referring to this a lot as we go on in the 21 days. And so that's, great diagram. And I love the aspect in the iceberg is realizing that unconscious part it's like 80% underwater, right? It's running all the time, and it runs a lot of what we do. All those silent running programs, even the part of our body systems, right? We may have some habits that we do, even breathing. There's so many things. So it's just something for you to explore today, is to bring some awareness to these different levels. And what I invite you today to do is we're going to start going into, we want to create things in our lives. And that's a natural way of being a human. We're creators. We want to make things, do things, create. There's a natural thing in us that does that we desire that. And something we've learned along the way through society, through all of it, we've become these problem solvers. Like we want to fix things. And what I'm inviting you today to do is to turn from that and putting energy all into what you want to create, building something instead of dissolving something. And this, just to put it out, because we're going to go into this more on this coming Sunday, and I will record that for those who want to see the recording. This can be a big shift for us. Because when we're in problem solving mode, I know when I get in that place, and this has been quite a journey. I still it's still something I work on daily, or I want to shift that word to work. I'm becoming aware of, looking at, and shifting into this creative flow versus the problem solving. Because the problem solving mode, that created a lot of sickness for me. Trying to, like, I call it the octopus covering all the many holes of a dam, trying to fix things. And that's exhausting. And turning into, okay, what is it I really want to create? And create it from a higher perspective, like the superconscious sun in the last picture. I'm going to share what that means as well. So, the first few days, we've talked about things like getting into your heart, right? Innocence and play. And, if you remember it as a kid, if you have any of these memories of building things, creating things, the joy of it, there's this part of us that just really expands with that. And I brought up these pictures because they struck me today, and just to tap into that feeling of creating something, and creating it because you love it, not to fix something. For example, maybe you want to create a lot of money, but the money is actually to fix issues you have in your life. You think that having more money will solve some problems. And an alternative would be shifting and focusing on what the money would bring you. What's the ultimate, like a life you love, like choosing to create the life you love, or living your true nature and purpose. There's like a broader perspective, but a pure energy to it. So that's what I'm going to bring up today. I'm going to work with these 4 core choices, and I present them to you today to let's pick one of them, one that really sticks out to you, that you may feel in your heart when you feel into it. So, like, really choose. Let's close your eyes and just let's breathe for a moment and just do your heart breath with your hand on your heart. Because your heart has a knowing before everything. It's the first beat when you're getting formed in the womb, which is amazing. I have to look up how many days that is. But there's so much wisdom and connection in the heart. And there's more information from the heart being sent to the brain than the brain is sending to the heart. It's amazing. There's information from the heart going to the brain. Okay, with that being said, breathe in and feel that gratitude, joy with a smile. And I invite you to really feel into these core choices as I say them. I choose to live a life I love. And breathe into what that feels like. And just let images show up if they show up. Let the feelings rise. And I choose to be the predominant creator of my life. This really goes with yesterday talking about being responsive, being in charge of your choices, because we're co-creating with many on this planet, and so much happening, and choosing to be the predominant creator of my life. Breathe into that. Self-responsibility. It's empowering. And then next is, I choose health and vitality. Breathe into that. And see the images, feel it. And the next one is I choose my true nature and purpose. What does that feel like? True nature and purpose, that creator aspect. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. And just feel into those. So, what I invite you today, and you can open your eyes, I'm going to change the screen a little bit, just show you this, and I can post this in the little groups we have on Telegram and Facebook. And I invite you to pick one of these to really feel into. Feel it with all your senses as you do your heart meditation. Choose one, like I choose to live the life I love, and sit and breathe into it and let all the images come up and the feelings and what you're doing. Really similar to when we did the blue mist, you went into the land of plenty. You're going to feel into that as if you're going to the land of plenty and seeing how you choose to live the life you love, what it unfolds to be. And you can do it with any of these that really strike your heart, ignite it. And I say, be it to see it. If you can see it behind my little picture, hopefully you can. Be it to see it. I love this statement because we're creating the feeling as if it is now. This being in this creative flow and choosing a life I love, you're also bringing it back to this moment and seeing and recognizing the aspects of your life you love. There's no separation. You're going into a direction, though. It's bringing you into a magnetic flow. When you tap in and really breathe into whatever choice you're focusing on, you're creating this pull, this tension to pull you in that direction. So with these little portions today of the little 15 minutes or so to do, I'm just tapping into a little that we'll dive in more to. But I really wanted to present these 4 core choices today to give you some thought and recognizing the different levels of consciousness. And this is exciting. Thank you for joining. And okay, Deb, I'll respond when I'm done. Okay. All right. So I hope you have a beautiful day. And hopefully you can see this on YouTube, but it is recorded. And I will put it through if it didn't show up instantly. So, okay. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Okay. Much love to you all.